Hello to all you YouTube fans. I'm Brother Dave Laverty, Yahweh's Newport Assembly. Today we're going to observe Hanukkah, and so I'm going to give you a little background into Hanukkah. But first, Alyssa has a new shirt she wants to model for us. And you see here we have Santa Claus on the front. And what's it say on the back? I can't read it from here. What's it say, Carl?
Eradicating Xmas one Santa at a time.
Works for me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we'll get into our introduction to the Maccabean Revolt, a victory over paganism. First, let me point out that Hanukkah is also known as the Feast of Dedication, and is mentioned in John 10:22. We read in the KJV, and it was at Jerusalem in the Feast of Dedication, and it was winter, and Yahshua, or Jesus, walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. First and Second Maccabees tell a story of the Jewish struggle for religious and political independence against the Seleucid kings of Greece. This account covers a time period of 40 years from 175 BCE until 134 BCE, from the ascension of Antiochus Epiphanes to the death of Simon the high priest. The main figures in this account are Antiochus Epiphanes, son of King Antiochus, who was a devotee of Greek culture, and Mattathias, and his 5 sons, John, Simon, Judas, called Maccabees, and Eleazar, and Jonathan. They were Jews who stood firm for the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, usually translated as the law. So what did Judas Maccabees do? He recaptured the Temple Mount and tore down the contaminated altar that Antiochus had sacrificed a pig on. And he rebuilt and rededicated the altar. And that happens in the first 4 chapters of First Maccabees. He fought for his people, and he strengthened those who were at the point of perishing. He had burning fever for the Torah and was ready to give his life for the covenant of his ancestors. He told his people to play the man and be courageous for the Torah. Here's a verse that could and should be expanded on. What a difference between this mentality and the mentality of the average American today, with their philosophy of I'm just going to lay low, or I could get your name on a list, or you could get hurt, or I'm going to take care of myself or my family and the heck with everyone else. Ever hear those comments before? I have over and over again, and is this scriptural? Is this what a man does, or have we forgotten what manhood is anymore? What does the good book tell us to do? What does Psalms 94:16 tell us? It says, who will rise up for me against evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Proverbs 31:8 and 9 tells us, open your mouth for the dumb, for the cause of all such that are left desolate. Open your mouth and judge righteously, and minister justice to the poor and needy. And Proverbs 25:26, which reads, as a troubled fountain and a corrupted spring, so is a righteous man that gives way before the wicked. So my question is, how do Christians or Jews or whatever religion you are justify this we're just going to occupy till he comes philosophy? How do you justify your lack of action? You live, would you were hot or cold, but because you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. Are you fighting the good fight? You live in a country that gives you the freedom of religion to search out the truth, but some of you don't bother. You're too busy with TV, sports, alcohol, or drugs. Were you given the right to participate in government, but you were too busy? You were given the right to bear arms, but you were afraid of getting your name on the list. And if you did buy a gun, you were too afraid of getting on the list that you never learned to competently use it. So today, we, like Judas Maccabees, are standing up for the Torah in a season of Hanukkah, and we are symbolically going to rid paganism out of the world. Who will be the first to step forward and make a stand for the Torah? Anybody out there?
I will.
You will.
Hoorah!
What's your name, young man? You look like Rambo there. Judas Maccabees II. That works for me. Let me just read this one. Exodus 23:20 through 24. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them and quite break down their images. So what we're going to do today is break down their images. And got a handle on that thing there, Judas? The Maccabees? Let her rip, buddy. Four. Good job! Alright, who wants to obliterate paganism from the world? Ready! Aim! Fire! Pointed down range. Go ahead and cut. Who wants to eliminate paganism from the world? Ready! Aim! Fire!
Are you done? Good. Yeah, it's probably a ricochet.